Hi guys, my name's Alexa Simos, licensed therapist, and on today's episode, we're talking about binge eating. I know many of us turn to food to provide a sense of comfort, right? Like after a long day of work or a bad breakup, we can easily order an entire pint of ice cream and a pizza and just sit in our sorrows. You might say, well, at least it's better than doing drugs, right? Well, binge eating is actually the most common eating disorder in the US and can lead to guilt, shame, and depression. Here are 8 tips that can help us reduce our binge eating habits. Number 1, identify and address binge eating triggers. This is so important because we often binge eat in a response to loneliness, boredom, sadness, or other triggers. Identifying these triggers can help people avoid or manage them, reducing the likelihood of binge eating. Keeping a food diary allows people to track what they eat and how they feel at the time. Once someone has identified their triggers, they can take steps to address them. For example, if boredom is the cause, people can try distracting themselves with an activity such as exercising, reading, or meeting friends. There is a strong link between binge eating and low self-esteem. If a low sense of self-worth is a trigger for people, they may wish to consider seeing a therapist. Number 2, avoid dieting. Following a strict diet can lead to feelings of deprivation. Suddenly and significantly cutting calories can also cause the body to go into starvation mode and cause an increased sense of hunger. Both of these situations can lead to episodes of binge eating. Research on adolescent girls showed that fasting increased the risk of binge eating and bulimia. Rather than following a restrictive or fad diet, people can focus on filling up with nourishing foods, with a nutritious consumption of fruits, veggies, and whole grains, in addition to lean protein. Consider trying the 80-20 approach to eating, which involves consuming healthy foods 80% of the time and enjoying treats the other 20% of the time. Number 3, do not confuse thirst and hunger. This is a tricky one, but when those feelings of hunger arise, we should try drinking a glass of water first. If the feelings go away, this may suggest that we were actually thirsty instead of hungry. If we still feel hungry, we should follow the glass of water with a balanced meal or snack. There's research that actually indicates that drinking half a liter of water before a meal reduces the number of calories that a person eats by 13%. It's also a good idea for overall health to just drink plenty of water throughout the day. Number 4, do not skip meals. Skipping meals can actually cause blood sugar to drop, which prompts the body to crave a quick boost of sugar in the form of white bread, candy, or other simple carbs. The problem is, eating these foods can raise blood sugar levels, but they tend to crash again quickly, causing the cycle to continue. It may be helpful to not only schedule your meals, but to also schedule your snacks. Research shows that eating 3 meals a day and 2 to 3 planned snacks daily is correlated with lower frequencies of binge eating episodes. Number 5, sleep. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, you guys. Sleep plays a big role in regulating hunger and appetite. A lack of sleep can lead to increased feelings of stress and low mood, which may trigger a binge eating episode. Research has shown that a lack of sleep can contribute to obesity by increasing food intake, decreasing the energy a person uses throughout the day, affecting the hormones that regulate appetite. Experts recommend that people aim to sleep for at least 7 to 8 hours each night, and that they try to go to bed and get up at the same time each day. And if you're someone who has a hard time falling or staying asleep, it's a good idea to speak to a doctor or someone who's a sleep specialist because sleep is very important. Number 6, try mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation involves staying in the here and now. Practicing mindfulness while eating is one way to avoid binge eating behaviors. In today's day and age, we eat in front of our TV or with our phones in our face. It's hard to enjoy our food when we're scrolling past food blogs and see burgers, wings, and pizza with an Instagram filter. Studies report that mindfulness meditation effectively reduces binge eating and emotional eating. Eating slowly and purposefully allows for people to enjoy the textures and flavors of the food. It also enables them to recognize their hunger cues. When being mindful, people are less likely to overeat because they are aware of when they're starting to feel full. Number 7, remove temptations. It's a lot easier to binge on sugar and processed foods when they're right in your cupboard or in front of your face. I know this can't be fun, but trying to remove junk foods from the home and stocking the fridge with healthy options instead is a great way to reduce those triggers of wanting to engage in binging of sugar. And finally, number 8, get professional help. Binge eating issues can vary from mild to severe, and they may occur for a short period or persist for years. For this reason, it's important to seek treatment and support as soon as possible. Consider seeing a therapist for psychotherapy. Psychotherapy helps people address the emotions and issues that underlie binge eating, which could include shame, guilt, depression, and low self-esteem. Therapy can also help people identify and address other triggers, deal with problematic relationships, and help people regulate their emotions. Seeing a doctor may also be beneficial because they may prescribe various medications for binge eating disorder, including an anticonvulsant and antidepressants. The FDA recently approved an ADHD medication, Vyvanse, for the treatment of moderate to severe binge eating disorder in adults. I believe that all professionals would recommend the lifestyle changes we talked about before medication, so think of this more as a last resort. That's it for today, you guys. Binge eating can lead to adverse health outcomes, so it's important to address it promptly. Identifying binge eating triggers, planning balanced meals and snacks, and practicing mindful eating are all strategies to reduce binge eating behaviors. Exercise, sleep, stress reduction, and adequate hydration are also important. In cases where low self-esteem or negative emotions trigger binge eating, it is important to address these underlying issues, and a doctor and therapist can help. Make sure to like and subscribe our channel so that you can get new content every Sunday when we drop a new video. Have a great week, you guys.